Good day, it's Mercy and I'm back again with another scalping strategy which we can use to scalp in boom and crash 1000. This strategy is very easy and it allows us to take at least 5 to 10 candles. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and also comment on this video so that it can reach many audience. Thank you. So with this strategy, like I've said, we'll be scalping in boom and crash 1000. And with this strategy, we'll be having two indicators. We'll be having one on our main chart and one on our indicators window. As you can see on my main chart, there's the blue line. So we'll be having the moving average on our main chart. Then on our indicators window, we'll be having the stochastic oscillator. So these are the two indicators that we are going to be using on these strategies, and we'll be scalping in boom and crash 1000. So I'm going to explain how do we execute trades in crash 1000. So in crash 1000, we wait to have a crossing of the red and green line of the stochastic oscillator, or there has to be the crossing of the main and signal line, which are these two lines, the red and green line, and the crossing has to occur on level 15 and below. The crossing has to occur on level 15 and below. And when this crossing happens, we also need to have a confirmation from our main chart, and the confirmation is this one: the price or the candlesticks you have to crosses the moving average or the blue line. So when these two conditions are met, we execute our buy. You take 5 to 10 candles, then you exit. Let's look for another perfect entry in crash 1000. Let's look for another perfect entry in crash 1000. Remember, the crossing has to occur below level 15. And we also need to have confirmation from our main chart whereby the price or the candlestick crosses the moving average or the blue line. So when those two conditions are met, that's when we execute our trade. Here, this is another perfect entry. As you can see, there is the crossing of the red and green line on the level 15, and there's confirmation from the main chart whereby the candlesticks or the price has crossed the blue line, which is the moving average. When this happens, we execute our buy in crash 1000. You take 5 to 10 candles. Let's look for another perfect entry. Here's another perfect entry. As you can see, there's the crossing of the red and green light below level 15. Like I've said, the crossing can either happen exactly on level 15 and below. And then we also need to wait for the confirmation from the main chart whereby the price or the candlestick crosses the blue line. We execute our buy. You take your 5 to 10 candles. Let me look for one last example before we move on to boom 1000. One more example before we move on to boom 1000. One more example. Here, this is another perfect entry. As you can see, the crossing of the red and green line has occurred below level 15 on our indicators window, the stochastic oscillator. This is the first condition. Then the second condition, which is the confirmation, we come on our main chart. As you can see, the price has crossed the blue line. When this happens, we execute our buy. You take 5 to 10 candles. So let's move on to boom 1000. We want to see if the strategy also works in boom 1000. So in boom 1000, we are also waiting for the crossing of the red and green line on the stochastic oscillator or the main and signal line of the stochastic oscillator. But in boom 1000, we have to make sure that the crossing occurs on level 85 and above. The crossing has to occur on level 85 and above. For example, here, this is a perfect entry. Remember, we are now in boom 1000, meaning in boom 1000 we'll be selling because we are scalping. So the first condition is this red and green line has to cross, and the crossing has to occur on level 85 and above here. Then we also need to wait for the confirmation from the main chart whereby the price crosses the blue line, like what happened here, or the candlestick crosses the blue line, or the candlestick crosses the moving average. When these two conditions are met in boom 1000, we execute our sale, and you take 5 to 10 candles. Let's look for another perfect entry in boom 1000. In boom 1000, we need the crossing to occur above level 85, and we need confirmation from the main chart as well. Let's look at this one. This is another perfect entry. There is the crossing of the red and green light. Here there's the crossing of the red and green light, and there's confirmation from our main chart. We execute our sell. Let's look for another perfect entry. Let's look for another perfect entry in boom 1000. Here is another perfect entry. As you can see, there's the crossing of the red and green line above level 85. The crossing has to occur above level 85. Then when this crossing occurs, we also look for confirmation from the main chart whereby the candles crosses the blue line. When these two conditions are met, we execute our trade. We sell in boom 1000. Let's look for another perfect entry in boom 1000. Here there's the crossing of the red and green light above level 85, and also there's confirmation from the main chart whereby the price or the candlestick crosses the blue line. In this case, we are free to execute our sell, and you take 5 to 10 candles only. Don't be greedy. Don't take more than 10 candles. So this strategy works, guys. You just need to make sure that the two conditions are met, and you take 5 to 10 candles only. Let's look for another example in boom 1000. We want to look for another perfect opportunity to sell in boom 1000. Let's look at this one. This one wasn't clear. Let's look for another example in boom 1000. Here it's another perfect entry. There's the crossing of the red and green line above level 85. You take your 5 to 10 candles. Let's look for the one last perfect entry in boom 1000. Then I'll explain the setting. This is the last example of a perfect entry. There's the crossing of the red and green light, and the crossing has occurred above level 85 on our indicators window. Then we also need to wait for confirmation from the main chart whereby the price crosses the blue line, which is the moving average. When these two conditions are met, we execute our trade. We sell in boom 1000, and we take 5 to 10 candles. So as I have said earlier, guys, the strategy is easy. This is how the strategy works. So let me go to the settings so that I show you the parameters of the indicators that we are using. On the main chart, like I've said, we will be having the moving average. These are the parameters for the moving average. The period should be 100, shift 0, method exponential, apply to low. Style, I choose 4 pixel on color blue. On the style, you are not restricted. You choose any pixel and any color of your choice. When you are done, you click. Then on our indicators window, we'll be having the stochastic oscillator. The K period must be 75. The D period must be 45. The slowing must be 45. Price field, low or high. Method, simple. Style, we have the main and signal line. Me, I choose red and green line. You can choose any two colors of your choice. Then we need to take note of the levels, because we use these levels for us to know when to buy or when to sell in boom and crash 1000. So make sure the levels must be 15 and 85. So these are the parameters for the strategy. Thank you, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you.